Buenos dias from, actually no, I'm no longer in Argentina or Buenos Aires. I'm back home in Toronto, and if you've been watching the Buenos Aires series, the Iguazu Falls vid was the last one because I just stopped filming. I didn't want to film on the last day because I was exhausted, and I was probably infected with the virus I got when I got home.
A virus.
Which took me 2 weeks to recover. So series just ended, and I figured I'd do a top 10 things to know when visiting Buenos Aires because there's some stuff to know. It's a big city, lots of stuff going on, and I figured it'd be a good way to end the series. So here we go, top 10 things to know when visiting BA. Let's do it. Is this video sponsored or no? Why am I doing this? This may not be a big deal for some people, it may be a big deal for others, but you don't get a stamp in your passport. Like this is a new passport, and this stamp, that stamp, it's from Uruguay. The stamp is from Uruguay. So you don't get a stamp when you enter Argentina. It's all digital. So you know, don't let that stop you from going. But you don't get a stamp. So just want to let you know. And when you go through customs, they're going to ask you where you're staying.
Where are you staying?
You're going to need proof. So just have a copy on your phone or a hard copy. But they're going to want to know where you're staying before they let you in. Minor things, but always good to be prepared, especially when you're going through customs.
Immigration.
That's number one, right, guys? That's number one? Yeah, okay. Number two, I can count. Number dos, Buenos Aires isn't cheap. You may think it's cheap because it's in South America, but with the country having crazy inflation, be prepared to pay for things that the same price if you're back at home in Toronto. Things ain't cheap. Things ain't cheap in Buenos Aires, let me tell you. Is this number three? This is number three, right? The money situation. As I said, the country has crazy inflation, and to get money, it's a little bit intense. You can either go to a bank, you can go to a money exchange, you can go to people on the street.
Show me the money, show me the money.
Or you could do what I did, which is Western Union. And it's very simple. I'll show you the app here, but you just send yourself money. And if you use credit or debit, it's available within minutes. You get an email saying your money's ready to be picked up. And you just go to a Western Union branch and you just show your passport and where you're staying. And you get your money. And there's 1,000 Western Union branches around Buenos Aires. But this is the money. And you know, you think I'm rich, but this is like 10 bucks US. So you know, when you're carrying like $100 with you US, you have like a stack of bills like you're doing a drug deal. So just be prepared, like have like a money pouch or like a backpack to put your money in, because you don't want to be walking around the city with just like loads of cash on you. Anyway, I bought this this pouch back home just so I can you know, keep everything organized, which is very key here because the money situation is crazy. Like you need like 1 million bills to have like $5. Numero cuatro? I should probably know basic Spanish, which is a great tie-in to, you need basic Spanish to navigate the city because it's hard to find someone that speaks English there. And why would you? You're in Argentina. Spanish! So, and you know, yes, you can use Google Translate, but I always feel like a tool when I use Google Translate because I just feel like a slimy tourist. The thing is that you really gotta like know like Spanish to really navigate. I know that there's Google Translate, but I feel like an absolute tool doing that because I don't know. I'd rather just kind of like fit in and not be like a tourist. So, is this number 5? What's number 5? I got it on my list. I even wrote it on my phone. Number 5. Where to avoid? Well, let's do number 5, where to stay. So my Airbnb was in Palermo, which is like where like all the bars and the restaurants and the shopping is. It's pretty safe, even to walk around at night. It's pretty safe because most people there are tourists. So I definitely recommend Palermo. I didn't even show you my area in the videos. I should have. Buenos dias, guys, on a Sunday morning, and the sun's out. Absolutely glorious. I'll see you soon. San Telmo. Peace. And there's a lot of Airbnbs in the area. Mine, you know, there are a lot of cheap ones. Like mine was like 45 bucks a night. Anyway, that's the Airbnb. This was like 45 bucks a night, which is pretty good. Kitchen and then bathroom down there. So definitely look at Palermo if you're looking to stay in Buenos Aires. There are other areas, but I think Palermo is probably the best and probably the safest to stay in. Where to avoid is probably around the train station. And those buildings beside the train station, those colorful buildings, it's actually apparently it's a slum right beside the bus station, so it's advised not to hang around here at nighttime because you get some characters. Is this number? I think I lost count. I need some water. Hang on. Let's roll a sponsor. Number 6, I think? Number 6, internet. Yes, there's Wi-Fi everywhere, of course, but this is the first time I used an eSIM, and I used Holofly, which was really good because they offered plans unlimited, and I think for like 13 days it was like 56 bucks unlimited internet for Argentina, and there were no problems. It worked right away when I landed. I even used it for Uruguay for a day, which was like 7 bucks, I think, unlimited. There are other eSIM providers that charge per gig, but I kind of wanted the unlimited because I didn't know how much I was going to use. And there are no problems with Holofly. So definitely if you're going traveling, this isn't sponsored, but look at Holofly because it worked out great. Great service. It was fast internet, and you know, it's always good to stay connected.
Do you have an internet connection?
That's a goal, guys. Holofly is going to sponsor my next trip. Let's make that happen. Let's make that happen, Holofly. Let's make it happen. Now, if you're trying to reserve like a restaurant on your phone, just be aware that people eat late in Buenos Aires. Like they eat dinner like after 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So if you're going to go to a restaurant in Buenos Aires at like 6 or 7, the restaurant's going to be empty. They'll still serve you most likely, but it's going to be empty.
I understand. I made a reservation. Do you have my reservation?
So just be aware that people eat late. There's a lot of meat. Yes, there are vegetarian options available, but there's a lot of meat everywhere you go. One of the more popular dishes is choripan, which is kind of like a sausage in a bun. It's really good, but I mean, to have that every day is a little bit much, especially when you're not used to it. It's hard to find salad, but you know, just be aware that people eat late and there's a lot of meat. I lost my train of thought, guys. I lost my train of thought. Let's move on to the next point. Is this number 8? Is this number 8? Number 8. Again, going back to food, like I use Airbnb experiences, and I did that kind of like local food dinner at the top of that person's condo, which is really nice because like there's so much offered to you, like so many things are offered to you. You don't know what's good and what's not. But I found that Airbnb experiences was really good because the people were like really passionate about what they were doing. Go on Airbnb experiences and you can find some really cool stuff. Like I did the soccer game. And there was a lot more stuff that I wanted to do. I wanted to do like a mate thing because I never had mate, but I didn't have any time for it. But a lot of stuff on Airbnb experiences, so give that a go if you haven't already on your previous trips. Maybe Airbnb will sponsor my next travel video. You never know. I generally don't do the hop on, hop off bus. I don't know, I feel like it's just like a slimy tourist thing. But my experience is like walk around, like just plan like a route or a neighborhood and just like walk because you're gonna see a lot of stuff. Like there's a lot of street art in Buenos Aires, like a lot. And you're gonna see a lot of that if you walk and not take the hop on, hop off, you know. Sure, there's a subway to get around and all that, and there's like the bus system. I took the subway, it was fine, and the subway's really cheap, but I just found that if you just walk like a neighborhood, you're gonna see a lot more of it versus just taking the hop on, hop off bus. So definitely consider walking. Walking! Is this the last one? I think this is the last one. Number 10. Buenos Aires is a big city. Like if you're only there for a few days, like don't do like a million things in a few days because it's just gonna be really stressful. Like just focus on what you like to do. The great thing about Buenos Aires is that like it offers everything to people. Like if you like museums or green spaces or street art or like whatever, like there's always something offered to you. So just plan around what you like to do instead of doing like a million things because it's not gonna happen. And you're gonna have a great time. Like I was in the city for like 10 days and I found that I still didn't do a lot of things. Like slow travel is really good. You can really enjoy the city more versus running around town trying to get into all these things. So less is more. And the more time you can spend in the city, the better because there's a lot to do. You can go to Uruguay, you could do Iguazu Falls, which is definitely a must. If you're in Argentina, definitely go to Iguazu Falls because it's absolutely mind-blowing. But yeah, don't do a million things. Do like a couple things because you'll definitely enjoy it. And there's a lot of things, trust me. Is that it? Are we done? Is that number 10?
Are we done?
Okay. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this kind of wrap up of the Buenos Aires series. Hopefully you took away something from this. If you've already been to Buenos Aires, feel free to add your own comments in the comments. And yeah, what can I say? I'm editing more videos as we speak. I'm planning my next trip as we speak. So more to come on the channel, and we shall see you in the next one. Adios. Peace. I don't have an intro for 2025, so maybe let's actually YouTube in Buenos. I already screwed up. I already forgot how to do this. Some more water. It's a water break. Water break. Let's roll the sponsor. Let's roll the sponsor. Maybe next time, right? Peace.